I chose to write about the why, and it's an important topic in my mind because I think that people know certain aspects about financial planning or financial investing and just, okay, I should do this, I shouldn't do this, but they don't understand the why. And to me, that's an important component. You don't need to have a finance degree to that level of intelligence, but I think you need to understand kind of the context on the purpose for what you're doing and why that makes sense for you. One of the surprising pieces in writing the article is it's interesting because it's not new. It's not a kind of a thought of idea in the last 20 years kind of thing, but it always surprises me, and that's compounding interest. It's just such an amazing force in what we do. I found a quote that it's argued that Albert Einstein said it's one of the most powerful forces in the world. We're not sure if he actually said that, but at a bunch of different places I've quoted him as saying that, right? But I think what's so interesting about it is if you take a basic example and you said, okay, if I'm going to put $7,000 into a Roth IRA and I do it for 40 years, right? And let's say I get a 7% rate of return. I've invested $280,000. My balance at the end of 40 years is $1.4 million. That has to be a wow for everybody. It just does because of how powerful compounding interest is. The main takeaway that I'd like people to walk away with is just a little bit better understanding of some of these critical topics that I talk about in the article, and just a little bit deeper understanding on what they mean, why are they doing it, what it means for their plan or their family. I think people that have a better understanding about why they're doing something have more conviction in it. They're more likely to stick with it. And they feel like they're part of the process as opposed to just doing something they're told to do. One thing that I think that people lose sight of or maybe don't realize the power of is what's called systematic investing. And systematic investing is what we all do when we put money into like our 401k or 403b or whatever it might be. It's just the concept of I continually invest money over time, and in a lot of cases the same amounts or the same percentage, and I don't think about it after that. That concept is so incredibly powerful for people because what it does is it takes out emotion, it takes out timing, right? And it takes out the thinking about it. I don't think if I put it in every month, it just goes in every month. So the concept of systematic investing for people, again, over periods of time can be incredibly powerful. This is how people end up with $1 million, $2 million, $3 million in their 401k is because way back in the day, they started putting 5% of their income in, and lo and behold, this is where they end up. And so that to me, for kind of a basic piece of advice is hugely valuable for people.